Hi! Welcome to the very first episode of Story Storytime! My very first series where I am going to read you some shitty creepypastas. My name is Misty S. Celeste and I will be your host for this evening, so grab a snack, get comfortable, and enjoy! Our first story is called 8-Bit Coma. You see a creature crawling towards you with a long, drooping nose, kind of like Squidward's, hissing like a rattlesnake ready to strike. It seems to toy with you, stalk you, before heading into strike. It suddenly appears to expand within length before bursting into a fiery inferno, sending pieces of earth hurtling towards you, stinging your face like 1,000 little bees. 1,000 of them. The explosion sends you back, flying through the air and thudding with a ground-rattling oomph on the muddy floor below. You assume this was a suicide bomber type of this specific species. These strange creatures are everywhere. You don't even have a chance to examine their appearance until they vanish from existence in the blink of an eye, leaving your brow scorched. You have had multiple encounters with these goblin-type monsters. You just want to escape this strange, misty forest. Leave before they might capture you. They must own this forest, you think. I must be intruding their territory. You break into a sprint, rushing past towering trees and bushes of all sorts. You have no certain destination to escape to. All sense of calm has left you mind. You can't see any areas where the trees become scarce. A sound as simple as a crow screech causes you to flinch. The deadly hiss makes your life flash before your eyes. As the mist becomes more dense, any sense of hope is thrown in the fireplace of suffering. You know, as opposed to the fireplace of happiness. It looks like you're going to be here for a long time. Sense of time has been lost weeks ago. The sun hasn't come out since you first got lost, and those creatures keep causing you to seek new territory. Finally, when your legs, weak as sticks, think they are about to give out, the unmistakable look of the sun begins to pierce through the fog like a steel sword, much like the one you have with you right now. Wait, what? Great, I think he's waking up. What's going on here? Why can you hear voices when you are all alone? You think it is the goblins playing mind tricks on you. Mark. No, you know better than this. You know that the goblins are trying to trick you. In fact, there's one of them right there. He does the usual ritual, stalks you for a bit, then heads in for the kill. You begin to examine the features of this thing. His eyes and mouth are deep, black, hollow holes. It boldly crawls up to you and expands. Boom! You wake up sweating like a melting popsicle. You are lying in a hospital bed with warm, red blankets. Don't hospital beds have white blankets? You look at your hands, covered within scars. They have fingers. They look realistic, not like the old dotted look. What old dotted look? You look around the room. Everything has its own shape. Oval, rectangle, triangle. Why isn't everything made of squares? Is this fucking Minecraft? I kind of thought it would be. I kind of thought it was a creeper this whole time, but now it's making a lot of sense. Oh boy. You spot a man and a woman on both sides of your bed. They are humans, not 8-bit flat-faced characters. They are streaming tears, realistic ones, not just the characters with no emotions. The man on your right is who you believe is Dad. The woman on your left is the nurse. How are you feeling, Marcus? They spelled it so weird. Markus, the nurse asks. That was quite a scare. You stop breathing for a couple of moments. I'm fine, you mutter, voice weak. Notch, I thought you were going to... Fucking Notch. No. No fucking way. Dad chokes on his own tears. It's alright, Dad. I'm quite alright. Why'd you call me Notch? I thought you hated my nickname. Well, son, I guess I was just so happy that Dad begins to sob. You shed a couple of tears too. Clenching the blanket, you get lost deep in thought. If you don't mind, sir, we're going to house him for one more night, the nurse murmurs. Dad nods, tears dripping. Just as long as he is all right. You're later told that you were crossing the street in an oncoming car. And an oncoming car and slammed into you and broke some bones in your pelvis and your hands were badly damaged. The driver had fled the scene and is still being searched for. A few minutes later, Dad heads out. You sit in the hospital room, in silence. You have a lot to catch up on. Electronica seems like a good idea. What? That night you have a good night's rest and wake up the next morning, nice and content. You are taken home by Dad and live in perfectly good health until you remember your coma dream. Those goblins. The forest. It seems so real. It's probably nothing, anyways. Okay, so that first one was something, huh? I didn't really expect Minecraft when I picked it out of the list. I didn't read it beforehand. I kind of skimmed it just to make sure it didn't have anything like too gory or graphic just for the sake of having it. But can't believe the dude's name is Notch, God. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed. This first one's a little short. Maybe we'll try to do some longer ones in the future. Let me know what you guys think. Did you enjoy the story? What was your favorite part? Could you tell it was Minecraft right away? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear your thoughts. I am normally a Twitch streamer, and I'm hoping to get into making more scripted YouTube content, so starting off with this little series of creepypasta story times here. Sorry, I mean shitty story time! Alright, thanks for watching. Goodbye. Bye-bye now. Bye-bye.